Man, this is very spoilery, or like, you know, very, yeah. Get the ending song as well. He's burning their hair from Ares, I guess. Yeah, Ares and Ghislaine, of course. Here we go, the opening. Oh, the ending as well? Oh, they played the ending too? What? That was like suddenly Rudy. Oh, Rudy's gonna team up with, yeah, that's the part was naked earlier, right? Rudy's gonna team up with Slut Elf. Rudy's gonna team up with Slut Elfie. That's what's happening. Because there was one scene where Rudy was naked, right? And then at the end of the trailer, we haven't seen that before, Rudy is gonna team up with the elf that sleeps with everyone. That's probably why Ev's not close on him. Because he's like, oh yeah, this elf, she fucks everyone. Yeah, Rudy is gonna team up with super horny elf lady. Yeah, I get it. Mushoko Tensei, the final opening trailer. So hello, I'm Modern here. I'm excited about Mushoko Tensei. Is out in like, what is it, 5-6 weeks now? Last trailer, I guess that was kind of a trailer where we learned the date, right? So you were like, whoa, it's like 2 months left or whatever. But now, of course, Mushoko Tensei, I think it's the best anime ever done, basically, right? Amazing anime. You know how Isekais, the Ghislaine shirt, right? But here, of course, is my favorite figure. I keep showing it, but it's the best figure thing, right? Because, you know, it's the Roxy figure that Rudy makes in the anime. I love that meta thing, right? So whatever, like, say 500 likes. And then I finally unbox this figure up. We can have it here every video. Definitely hope we can get to that. But anyway, I'm excited, guys. We're finally gonna see more Mushoko Tensei. This one seems to be the opening trailer, I believe. So we can have half the opening, something like that, right? Yes, no! Why can I? I'm trying to make this video, and I'm like, where did I put the Roxy figure? It's too big. Like, seriously, guys, I've had like 10 minutes now in between the video, like, wait, where did I put the Roxy figure? I'm like, here, it covers my whole body. Okay, here, it's too outside, we can't really see it. Here, sometimes like I have figures by here in the boxes, but it's too big, so it falls down. So it's too heavy. Like, some other figures, they can stand behind me here, right? But this figure is too big, this boxes is too big. So it keeps falling down, okay? It's really annoying. I'm just gonna have her, like, you know, here, we can't see it here, okay? We're just gonna have it in my lap then, okay? We're gonna have the Roxy figure in my lap, next to Ghislaine. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, master. Yes. So see back at the, you know, Rudy traveling alone, right? Yeah, can't find his friends and so on. Very loud. This seems to be one of the new waifus, right? Yeah, the one that looks like his mom. The one that looks like mommy? Yeah. He's gonna do the eye route. Oh, he's burning. He's burning their hair from Ares, I guess. Yeah, Ares and Ghislaine, of course. Here we go, the opening. Yeah, long man. I can't wait to see the final opening. I hope they have to open this. Let's see if they have it. Yeah. Okay, so there we get. That's the. Yeah, this is like an opening reaction, right? You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, they're playing the opening. This is kind of how the... What? That was like suddenly Rudy's naked. Goddamn Rudy. Trying to sleep with someone on a new waifu? Man, I was trying to get some action, man. We've seen this fight a lot, right, with the fight there. Yeah. And I was like crying in the pantsuit. But he's burning that hair in order. Oh, the ending as well? Oh, they played the ending too? Man, this is very spoilery, or like, you know, very, yeah. Get the ending song as well. And then we see the new... This is obviously the new elf, the archer, the archer girl. It's like... Ooh, this is more the fox girl. Oh yeah, that's clearly, obviously, that's Sylphie, obviously. Sylphiette, clearly. Oh, Rudy's gonna team up with, yeah, that's the part was naked earlier, right? Rudy's gonna team up with Slut Elf. Rudy's gonna team up with Slut Elfie. That's what's happening. Because there was one scene where Rudy was naked, right? And then at the end of the trailer, we haven't seen that before. Let's go back here. In the end of the trailer... Yeah, look at this in here. Rudy is gonna team up with the elf that sleeps with everyone. That's probably why Ev's not close on him. Because he's like, oh yeah, this elf, she fucks everyone. Yeah, Rudy is gonna team up with super horny elf lady. Yeah, I get it. Yes, there we go. Let's review it, right? So, first of all, look at my Naruto socks, man. I'm gonna put up another video, but yeah, I have my socks on me. Anyway, I'm pretty flexible. I have martial art legs, okay? I have trained Taekwondo one for many years of my life. Yeah, usually I sit, you know, in this position, right? I can get my leg behind my head and so on, you know what I mean? But anyway, clearly he's sad, right? Ares is leaving him. And I think one scene is important here that I haven't seen before is that he seems to burn her hair, right? Yeah, this here is very important that Rudy seems to burn the hair he got from Ares, right? That he first had. It's kind of like a little bit of like, you know, screw it, I'm gonna find a new love interest or whatever. So that's really interesting because he has to overcome, right, his love for Ares, or I mean, I'm sure they're gonna end up together anyway in the end, but you know what I mean, he has to like overcome his obsession with Ares, right, to some extent at least. And, you know, so I think burning her hair here is the best spoiler. It's honestly probably the biggest spoiler in this opening, or trailer opening, you might call it, that I've seen so far, because previously, we obviously knew it's gonna be sad about Ares, obviously, but we haven't seen him actually burn the hair. I don't think so, I'm wrong, I don't think so. Actually, it feels like a big scene. The second part, interesting, is that, you know, Slut Elf is actually gonna team up with Rudy, right? Yeah, we have seen her in the trailers, and obviously, you know, she's like a Roxy, you know, friend of Roxy, so right, Roxy party member, but she's a very, very horny elf lady. There's one scene in the trailer here, where Rudy is naked. I'm gonna show it here, of course, but, you know, he's off, we don't see anything actually, but you know what I mean. That's probably with her right there. There's one scene where it's like one frame of him having no clothes on or whatever, right? Like a quick, you know, Rudy taking off his clothing. That's probably because he's like, oh, elf! He's like, slutty elf lady! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. We see it later though when they are walking together. See him here walking with, you know, the elf. I is like, I'm not even gonna address her name, no. I'm just gonna call her Slut Elf. I'm not even gonna call her a real name. This woman is just Slut Elf. Don't worry, guys. I'm really cool with like, this is her name. No, I remember her name is Slut Elf. I remember who she is. But I would say this is the biggest, honestly, the biggest difference here, right? In this trailer, yeah. Because I've seen every trailer before, right? You know, again, it's like my favorite MMO all time, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever seen anything like this when she's actually walking around with Rudy. And so even if I've seen it before, right, or, you know, maybe her face or whatever is more than promotion art, I didn't know she's actually gonna meet up with Rudy. It's talking about Roxy probably, right? They probably talk about Roxy and so on. So yeah, the biggest difference is that horny elf lady is gonna be in his party. It's temporary, right? In one episode or whatever, 2 episodes or something. That's probably the biggest thing this trailer is telling me here, from like a new standpoint. Ignoring the opening and the ending and so on, but like, generally speaking, like, okay, this is storytelling. Definitely. And also, of course, burning the hair. But I think even so, yeah, they're gonna meet up, probably Scott Roxy and so on, right? They have some older frames of, I assume, of course, Sylphie, right? I don't know that yet. Because I haven't read the novel and so on, but it's pretty obvious that that's our, you know, the older chick, you know, so to speak. Yeah, it's whatever love interest at the school, right? So a little more of that. We saw a little bit of the opening and ending, right, or little songs, but might also be scenes later on opening. And I'll say it here. I want to address it here, right, in the end of the video. I really do hope that we have an opening and ending. I know people really liked last season, where they have this like, I don't say it, landscape opening, right? They kind of showed us Rudy walking around, or maybe like Paul riding the horse. That was okay. That made Paul especially good, because then we saw Paul just after everything happened, and he's just trying to find his family. That one was definitely the more, I would say, like useful, right, as like a landscape thing. But normally I find the landscape parts, I mean, I don't know, I used to love, you know what I mean, I love anime openings and endings, right? So I want to have an anime opening and ending rather than just having, you know, like, okay, here's the landscape. Even though I kind of like this as well, right? They're kind of showing you this is the city or whatever. But yeah, I kind of want to have, you know, like a cool, really well animated opening, right? That I can look at, you know, 10 times per day and I can have on a loop, you know. So I hope we have that. And it seems to have that now, given this trailer here, where they have like 2 songs, right? And they kind of show it a little bit. I think they're gonna have, yeah, like a more a typical anime opening, I suppose, this season, right? But anyway, leave a comment below. What do you guys prefer? Do you want to have a typical, you know, whatever, you know, Naruto, Bleach opening, which is like Rudy's fighting and it's a cool song or whatever? Do you rather have that, right? Typical, you know, shonen, whatever opening, right? Or do you want to have this landscape opening we had last season? My guess, like I said, I think we're gonna go away from the landscape opening and going into this like typical, you know, action, you know, probably like an action-focused opening with some sad scene, you know, spring, you know how it goes. That's what I guess at least. The ending is probably more sentimental, right, given the song and so on. But yeah, I personally prefer you know, because I'm just a big anime opening fan. I want to have as many openings as possible, I suppose. But for my storytelling aspect, maybe the other thing is better, I guess, right? But anyway, guys, please subscribe, press the like button, right? Go watch the anime coming soon. This is, for me, the biggest anime this year, right? More or less. I mean, it's like my favorite anime, but easily #1 anime when it aired, right? I still think it's gonna be probably the best. I say here, last thing, I guess, next season, it's not that many animes that I feel are wow, you know. I feel that next season has not that many animes I care about, but there are a few animes I care a lot about. Yeah, next season has like Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mushoku Tensei, so on. There's a couple of 3, 4, it's like 4 or 5 animes that I feel like, whoa, this is really, really good next season. And then there's a bunch of like mid stuff, you know. And that might sound weird, but for me, usually, honestly, I feel it's like 10 or 20 animes that I, you know, really care, that I care a lot about. And, you know, some of them are better still, but yeah, next season for me is like a few heavy hitters, right? Like, you know, really heavy like this, of course. And then the other ones I feel a little, yeah, and that's like a huge gap, I feel. Like the top 5 and the top 10 or whatever has a massive gap. I don't know, I'm just addressing here. But this is probably, again, for me, like, my personal next season. But of course, Jujutsu Kaisen as well, right? Rated that a few years ago. Trailers, of course, as well, obviously. But thanks you guys and have a great day.